As we continue to get deeper and deeper into 2021, Hytale's release seems to get ever so closer. We are almost there. More gameplay, actual content for once. Man, I just can't wait. But before we get there, and yes, I do believe we are almost there. Before we cross the line of Quebec grasslands and Moshorn monopolies, we first have to conquer the task at hand. Hytale is ramping up production and we are here for it. Today, we're going to dive into everything we've seen this past week, including 2 all-new postcards from Orbis. And stay tuned as we got a brand new 60-second gameplay clip, some developer interaction teasing a never-before-seen Hytale mob, and so much more. And as always, if you'd like to hear more from me, you can check out my YouTube as well as my Twitter at Reddoons. And now, without further ado, my name is Reddoons, and welcome back to Hytale News. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, before we get into this video, we want to quickly let you all know about this super cool thing we're doing with a bunch of other Hytale content creators. Yeah, I'll be in it, as well as this guy. Oh, and that guy. And definitely can't forget about this guy. Oh, and yeah, about 30 other creators as well. We're going to be streaming live on our Twitch channel at Hytale News Twitch. It'll be the first link in this description, so you should definitely come and watch. With that talk out of the way, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Hytale has recently put a new jobs position on their jobs page. If you guys have been following the Hytale news, you've known they have been constantly swapping out jobs positions that they're looking for. Well, this one is a tad bit different. The job Hytale has recently added is none other than that of the Senior Game Tester role. The Senior Game Tester role is responsible for the QA or Quality Assurance for Hytale. This goes way in depth, so we'll link a video down below if you have more questions about what Quality Assurance means. Although this isn't just applying for a beta sort of job, it goes much deeper than that. If you'd be interested in applying, we'd highly recommend to read the guidelines over on their jobs page, which we'll link in the description. So what does this mean? Well, if they are looking for a senior game tester, it means that we'll probably see regular game testers down the line, and it could inevitably mean the release is coming up. We don't want to get your hopes up too high, so we're going to leave the speculation to a minimum. What do you guys think? Perhaps we could see a beta sooner than we expected? Alright, moving away from all that tester and beta shenanigans, let's talk about the juicy stuff, the reason why you're here. Let's talk content. Yes, another week has passed, and that means we got a brand new postcard. Not only does this postcard show off an entirely new mob we've never seen before, but we got our first look at an Aurora Borealis in Hytale. And man, it is just as stunning as it is in real life. Too bad I can't leave my house to, because of the virus. Yes, let's not say it's because of the amount of block games I play. But man, just look at that sky. It's absolutely breathtaking. Just like Keanu Reeves. Alright, if you aren't a sky enthusiast like myself, let's talk about the elephant, or maybe I should say the moose in the room. We got our first look at a brand new Hytale mob, a moose. Taking a closer look at this big guy, his model is stunning with 3-dimensional antlers, a fur coat, and a fitted with big ol' hoofs. Looking a bit closer now, we get another look at a snow owl. I just love these guys so much. We've seen a few of these a few times before, but it's always nice to see his return. Now wrapping up this image, we can look behind the gate ruin and see a glowing tree in the background. We've actually seen a tree glowing like this many times in the past, Hytale screenshots. I wonder what those are. Do you think they have something to do with magic, or are they just special glowing trees for some reason? That's not all the new content we got this week. Over on Twitter, Noxy tweeted a bit of discourse between 2 Hytale staff, Paulina and Rodan, confirming Paulina is on Team Burn Quebecs. I don't think Quebec Corner would like this very much, nor would Team Trees. Not only is a fun bit of discourse a highlight, but taking a closer look at Paulina's profile picture, we can see a never before seen screenshot of some new Hytale content. I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure Paulina has morphed into what looks to be a caterpillar, holding some sort of gun with bunny ears hat, which we've seen previously. If Paulina actually is a caterpillar, perhaps could this be some sort of race we haven't seen before? I really enjoy these small tidbits of developer interaction. Noxy, if you're watching this, I highly recommend to keep sharing these. Secretly, I'm on Team Burn Trees, but we're not going to talk about that. It's awesome to see how the developers interact with one another, especially with the whole fireballing Quebec villages and whatnot. This has been probably one of my favorite weeks so far in Hytale development, as we've seen so many interactions between the community and the developers. For instance, my favorite involves a poll Noxy made over on Twitter. Noxy tweeted asking, should Quebecs be burnable in Hytale? Whereas a majority of you guys said yes, they should, and I couldn't agree anymore. That's why I voted yes. But not only is the poll the highlight, as Noxy replied to a community member asking if trees were... Wait, no, that's me! Guys! Noxy noticed me! What? Oh, I must be relevant or something. Well, interestingly enough, in his response to my comment, he actually gave us some very valuable information we hadn't seen before, and that is that all trees aren't flammable. Some wood will be fireproof, very resistant. Well, that's awesome to hear, because perhaps we can see some fireproof wooden houses to keep those pesky ember wolves from burning down our houses. Before we get into the rest of the video, we have a special sponsor, server.pro. Server.pro offers exceptional services for Minecraft hosting and soon to be Hytale hosting. They have a complete custom built control panel with custom built host names and even support for scripting and modding. You can go over to Server.pro and get a Minecraft server right now for free. Not only that, but they will seamlessly migrate to Hytale at launch. Visit the link in the description to jump onto that offer right now and invite your friends to a server experience you will never forget, and also be one step ahead for Hytale's launch. If all that news wasn't enough for you, there's even more. Over on Twitter, the amazing Kieran Fitzpatrick, who is responsible for all those amazing sounds you hear in the world of Hytale, recently made a post highlighting some of his talents. And yes, he actually made these sounds using a joystick from a PS5 controller. How awesome is that? Here, let me just bless your ears with this sound real quick. Man, I just want to see this used with some futuristic sci-fi cyber sword. How cool would that be? Well, we don't have any confirmation we'll hear this sound in the game, but it is always interesting to dive into the shoes of sound development from the very talented Kieran. And breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, just yesterday, we got a brand new postcard. And not only was it a postcard, it was a 56-second gameplay clip. Man, it is absolutely amazing. Without spoiling it too much, let me just play the clip for you now. Man, this video is so jam-packed with information, and we are going to go over it all in this video. Starting off, we are in the midst of some rainstorm in Zone 1. With tall trees above us, we hear these absolutely amazing rain sounds. As the player looks up, you can notice these dark, stormy clouds which lay across the dim sky. They absolutely killed it with the stormy atmosphere. Alright, now moving into the house, before the adventurer enters, we can notice a bench on the right which looks fantastic. After opening the doors, we get to see an amazing door swing animation as the player enters the house. And taking a closer look, as Anatoly pointed out in our Discord, the knobs actually rotate in the animation. Here, just take a look. Now after that, instantly we are met with the interior of the house. And man, it just blows my breath away. There are so many little details we can pick up here, so just keep your eyes peeled. I love how the atmospheric ambient rain sounds get quieter as you enter the house. It really makes you immersed in the gameplay. The atmospheric sounds don't end there, as we can hear the amazing campfire. And just look at all those props on the kitchen counter. They look so good. I wonder if all these items are interactable or if they're just there for aesthetic. Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. As the player looks to the right, we can notice a small and a bigger potion, but look at that giant blue potion thing. We aren't entirely sure what it is, so let us know what you think. I personally think it has something to do with mana restoration, as we know there's magic in the game. Now as the player turns completely right, we can see the other side of the room. We can see a table with a mug on it. Maybe like this mug is drinkable? And to the right of it is an absolutely amazing skull piece to act as a candle holder. What mob do you think this is? I wonder if the player is really trying to show off with that as a candle holder. Now to the right of the table, we can see a chair which is similar to the bench style we saw earlier. We can also see the chandelier we saw in the last postcard in the foreground. Now we can see a plant as well as a pen holder with some ink. Now as the player looks back towards the kitchen part of the room, we can see the house goes deeper. And look at that room back there. It is absolutely amazing. We can see a plant to the right with some amazing growing flowers or fruit. We can also notice a shelf item which a candle is sitting on top of. We can see a campfire which sits in the middle of the room, as well as some sort of crystal decoration laying on top of the mantle. Alright, now back to the kitchen sink. We can notice as the player moves closer to the campfire, the sounds dynamically change to adapt to what's closer to the player. With the campfire's pop and crackling sound, it magically blends in with the stormy rain outside. Just listen to that crackle. Now as the player walks up the stairs, we can notice a bunch of bookcases as well as a bunch of books stacked on top of one another, with the potion that has some sort of lit substance acting as a light of sorts. Maybe it's one of those glow sticks we have in real life. I find this an absolutely amazing detail. For example, if you had some sort of fire resistance potion, you can seamlessly place it down to use it as light. Another fantastic detail, Hytale. Alright, now let's continue. As the player walks up the stairs, we are met with windows, and just listen to that. You can hear the rain pitter-pattering off the window glass. It is just amazing and blows me away how much detail they are putting into this game. Alright. Now as the player turns away from the window, we can see another use of the potions acting as a light source with a green substance, which gives off some sort of green glow. Again, stacked on top of books. We can also notice a vase which seems to be housing some sort of blue mushroom we've seen before. Now as the player turns towards the bedroom, we can notice a dresser, some gold coins laying around, as well as a treasure chest and a cozy little bed. Do you think this treasure of gold and coins is affiliated with some sort of dungeon, guys, or do you think it's just randomly found? I love how as the player is looking at the bed, you can notice the gold coins to shimmer with shiny little particles. It's as if it's reflecting light or being indicated as a treasure. And finally, as the player turns a bit more to the left, we can see our favorite stuffed Quebec, or should I say Quebec plushie for legal reasons, alongside a little lamp. And then the clip ends. This video is to be one of the best we've seen yet. It blows me away, and literally leaves me speechless. So thank you so much, Hytale, for this delight. This just gets me hyped right back up. Now what did you guys think of this clip? Let us know if we missed any small detail. We'll heart you or comment down below, and now let's finish the rest of the video. Alright, to wrap up this video, we got some amazing fan art from a few creators. To start off, we mentioned the Continental SMP at the beginning of the video, and Derek Panda absolutely knocked it out of the park with his breathtaking piece. It's a look at him and his persona in the Continental SMP server, where he is a nomadic traveler. How neat. Our next art piece we'd love to show off for today's video is made by Trungzitos over on Twitter, with this amazing landscape of Zone 1 and Zone 2 meeting. It is so beautiful, and I love the scarab nest in the top right of the picture. Another amazing work of art. Good job, Trunk. The next one, made by Lucas Coolzuza over on Twitter, has a fascinating piece of Gaia and Varen intertwined into one. It's so awesome to see these two diverse beings clashing together and merging in such a way. Good job. And that wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. As always, we can't be more grateful being your guys' #1 place for all things Hytale. We're also eagerly waiting for this game to come out just like you, and if there's anything we learn, we will be sure to keep you guys updated. Make sure to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and be sure to join our Hytale News Discord to get pinged whenever there is new Hytale content. We also want to, again, shout out our brand new Twitch, which you can follow right now. Links in the description, and as always, you can also find us over on Twitter at Hytale News YT, where you can get instant updates on Hytale News and fan art. My name has been Reddoons, and we will see you soon for another Hytale News video!